what you didn't like. Like give me a player or a lineup. Give me something that you saw tonight that concerns you about the Knicks.
Um, I think with
I was about to say you don't have no concerns.
no,
Okay,
no, no.
podcast
Um,
over.
I have Alonzo Trier under the microscope.
Mm.
Um,
He got busy tonight.
he's a, yeah, but he's a gunner. Like I watched him in the Spurs game, and I was like, this he's Starksian. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, and
That's a compliment.
we're not good enough to have a John Starks yet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like when we were a regular second round playoff team, um, threatening for the Eastern Conference Finals if it wasn't for Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
when
Yeah.
when when we were of that era, you could have that wild card that John Starks is. You know what I'm saying? I don't think our team is built at that point for that. But I love, when Zoe is hot, he's hot. But and I'm concerned with how Fizdale plays that hand. So
Answer this for me. What
mhm.
is Julius Randle? What is he in the NBA
um,
besides a power forward? That I know.
he's the evolution of Carmelo Anthony.
Mm. That's wow. That's lofty. That's lofty.
That's
How so? Break that down. You got to break that. You can't just plant that flag and walk past it like you didn't plant the flag. Like you got to
now
explain
he's
that
not
one.
he's not the pure scorer that Melo was. And he'll never be. But
Hmm.
I think he's kind of a body type. He's a kind of a throwback, but quicker than everybody else who plays it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that great. He reminds me of like power forward Melo. Like that tweener. Like I'm
True.
too quick for a four. I'm too quick for a four to defend,
Let me
and
let
I'm
me
and
let
I'm
me
big
interject.
and I'm
Let me
big.
interject. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
who Julius Randle is.
go
Julius
for
Randle is Anthony Mason if he grew up in a nice neighborhood.
it.
that he's Melo had the quickest release. Melo was more Charles Barkley, more Bernard King than something anywhere near similar to Julius Randle. In my humble opinion, I feel like he's Anthony Mason if he grew up playing AAU since he was little and you know his
I
mom
mean,
had gotten a good job at the at the post office or whatever and he got him a basketball coach. No, he that's the curious thing to me. What Julius Randle is plays a major role in how the Knicks move forward. Tell me
right.
what he could be. What's his ceiling?
If he's like a 20-8 guy for us,
Mm.
and I think that's what we're paying him to be. He was what 23 and what 9 last year, and
Yeah.
I
Oh, he
mean,
he could get his. That's for sure. That's for
I
sure.
mean, actually no, I take that back. He should be doing what he did in New Orleans because that's what we paid him for.
23
And
and 9.
and
Uh,
we'll see how he integrates in all of this. Like it's game 2, but they've had camp, they've had preseason, so I'm interested to see how this all develops.
Gossip and Devon, if you could smack fire out of any of the Nets, who would it be?
Out of any of the Nets, your guys.
Yeah.
Um,
Which one just disgusts you the most?
who's
You
gonna get
do
the
the
Knicks?
Nets and I'm gonna do the Knicks. I'm gonna tell you who on the Knicks just
All right. Well, so you lost numero uno,
oh
who like all time was Jared Dudley. You know
oh
what I'm saying?
I want to slap him too. Go ahead.
But of current net, Number 8, that goofy guy.
Uh,
The only Dinwiddie I acknowledge is Dinwiddie County, Virginia, where my father's family is from. You know what
Why,
I'm saying?
sir?
So,
How dare you
so
besmirch the name of Spencer Dinwiddie?
yeah, so fuck him. You know. So yeah, so that I'm gonna go with him because I don't think he gives. He's like eighth man on your team. Like you're talking way too spicy to be that far in the rotation. That's all I'm saying. Like,
so I before I tell you who on the Knicks I want to slap, I just want to tell you that I actually got to meet Spencer Dinwiddie, and his interaction wasn't even with me; it was with my son, and it was with Trey. I'm talking to you like you don't know the boy. And can I tell you, he reminds me of a basketball version of you. Because
now
for people who don't, obviously some of our friends will know.
Right.
Like Drew is my smartest friend. Drew is my only friend that I would sit down and watch Jeopardy with, and he would whoop my ass. And I tell everyone that because I crush everyone in Jeopardy. And at being an athlete and being book smart and being a good student it's a weird pairing, and sometimes I think you and guys like Spencer Dinwiddie go through the same thing, and even his humor is the same kind of intelligent disrespectfulness that you have. Do you even see any of that in between the two of you?
I mean, I don't. All I know is what trickles down from the trolling side. Now, I take everything you said into fair and honest assessment. And like, I don't know the man. You know, you asked me to pick someone, so, based on my interaction of that, like I said, before that, it's still Jared Dudley, yo. Like, I might punch him in the face just because he was in that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I want to snuff Jared Dudley now. Like, I feel like I'll go back to Jared Dudley. I want to say which Nick I want to slap. And I don't even know if I want to slap him. I want to back in the day in Brooklyn, they'd be like bullies in the neighborhood, and it's so crazy. It was in the early and mid '80s. There was a family of kids that I swear to God they were from Brownsville. They must have been related to Mike Tyson or somehow that gene pool, because dude was 14 years old, cock diesel, like muscles. He barely could fit his clothes, and he was like the bully that would come to Bed-Stuy, ride his bike from Brownsville to Bed-Stuy to just bully people on blocks on rotation. And things got so bad with him that me and like 3 other dudes on my block basically came together to just be like, all right, this is how we're gonna just like take this dude out. We're gonna tie him up. We're gonna snuff him. You gonna hit him with the Great Adventure bat. You remember those Great Adventure bats? You go to Great Adventure, those little bats. Like, we would sit there and plot out how we would whoop this dude's ass. Never do it, of course. But the person that I want to do that to on the Knicks is Marcus Morris. Like, I don't want to go head up. Like, Drew, I have a irrational belief in my hands, but I feel like that man, you don't want to attack him going forward. Like, you don't want to just walk up to him and just smack him. And so, in my mind, the way I plotted the thing is, me and 4 other Net fans, and most Net fans is not the most brolic of individuals. A lot of them are very dorky, of my Net fan brethren. Not to say they're soft, but they're not the approach Marcus Morris con. So I think maybe what we do is like I'd arm somebody with a slingshot, somebody else with like a gorilla net or something. I don't know. Just, I hate Marcus Morris, yo. He gets on my nerves, yo. Like,
So,
You don't feel ashamed
so
having that man on your team?
no. So it's funny because it's one of my favorite self-created memes I've had is that, and I wasn't sure which brother it was, is that the Knicks were playing the Bullets, and Mitch got into it with one of the Morris brothers, and they're like, they're like nose to nose. Well, more like nose to like chin, because Mitch is taller.
Yeah.
And Mitch and so what's the other one? Marquise. Marquise. So it was the beef with Marquise. Marquise was selling all these wolf tickets, and Mitch is just like, he just all shucks the whole thing and fucked up his whole shit. And so I'll send you the photo, and but it's like Mitch is just like so unbothered while this guy is selling his hardest, yo,
Yeah.
you don't respect me.
Yeah, no.
And when we signed the Morris brother, I was like, fuck, I hope we didn't get that guy. You know what I'm saying? But the other thing I just want to add on too is that they're Philly dudes. I went to college in Philly, man.
Oh yeah, so
Philly dudes.
Yeah.
I get it. Philly dudes are different, man. You would think
I should have known by the Muslim beard they used to have. That was
you would think being less than 100 miles away from each other, there'd be a greater continuity, but no, Philly is Philly, yo. You know what I'm saying? It is, and Philly dudes, they just move, and I could see he probably went to Rasheed Wallace's camp or some shit as a kid.
Damn shit. He 100% went to Rasheed's camp.
Yeah,
you know that. You know that. Pete.
Yeah.
You good with this team? You good? You think your future is in good hands with Steve Mills?
Yeah, I think but we have to be honest. We have to be honest that this is the build, and I think the biggest issue the Knicks have going forward is not basketball; it's the media, and it's Knicks or clicks. We have a rabid fan base. We have a huge fan base, and in this social media hashtag world of, let me digest something in 140 characters or 230 characters or less or whatever it is. It's an easy bite, and I need Knicks fans to be more intelligent. For the basketball savants the city claims to be as far as fandom, there's a lot of idiots that are tainting that intellectual pool. And I need those people to fall back. And they're both fans and they're both people in media, We're doing the heavy lifting right now. This is a full-blown rebuild. People forgot the Warriors sucked. People forgot that, the Raptors just joined the NBA 20. There's things that you have to consider that, and some of it is luck, some of it is skill, but you got to put the work in. And I need people to understand that it's going to take time. I remember playing Madden in the 90s, and if you wanted to just whoop the computer, you played against the Patriots because they were the worst team on the game. You know what I'm saying? Look at them now. And so it's you the people who are the decision makers for the organization need to unplug from the hot takes that are going on in the world, because they're not based in rationale, they're not based in thought. It reminds me of, I remember going to a lot of reasons why I don't like going to NFL games is, if I'm up in a cheap seat, if I don't like going to cheap seats in NFL games, I'll say that, because I'm always stuck around a bunch of never was football players yelling, 100 yards away, like they're going to make an impact on this game or their football acumen is anything better. And you're just like, shut up, So, and that's what I need people to do. I need people to shut up,
And Drew, because we're running out of time, I'm gonna leave it at shut up. Yo,
All
this is the
right.
front office. Thank you for joining us.